What's going on, baby? Welcome back to another video, or you could say therapeutic podcast, right? Today we're going to be talking about adversity. Every young man goes through adversity, and we know that life is not easy, right? I am a living proof of this, bro. Life is not easy. I've been through many things, as I've spoke about in the past, being homeless, walking to work, and now here recently, I had something happen to me, right? And I'm not going to talk about it because it's complaining. Well, not complain. But the point is, adversity makes you strong. As a young man, some of the most growing points in my life was when I went through the most adversity. And I believe God puts us through adversity not only for us to lean into Him more, but also for growth spiritually, physically, and mentally. And I think it's important that we should not neglect adversity. We should not, okay, so how can I put this? We should not want adversity, right? Adversity is your friend, especially as a young man. Adversity is your friend. Like, again, the most times I've ever grown the most were when I went through the most adversity. And it teaches you to be strong. It teaches you to be more disciplined. It teaches you to get closer to God, right? And I believe every young man, if you're not Christian, should be happy if they're going through adversity, because there is strength in that, right? And to be a man, you got to have tough, thick skin. You have to have some skin in the game, per se, right? You must be not only able to handle a situation, but also still carry on the daily tasks you know you need to be doing, right? A lot of us don't want to do the hard stuff. A lot of us don't want to do the things necessary to maybe even obtain a certain goal, whether that's sitting down and reading. A lot of us don't want to do that. A lot of us don't want to make the videos daily. And it's hard, dude. Like, it's hard to make a video every single day, bro. It is hard. But the disciplines I got to get better, man. Especially with daily uploads, right? But the point is, whatever adversity you're going through, embrace it. Embrace the pain. Embrace a heartache. Embrace that stuff, man, because that's the stuff that's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you better, right? When you go through these things in life, it teaches you something. It teaches you to have resilience and also to have consistency and be persistent, whatever you're trying to achieve, right? And also, I want to tell you that you're not alone. As Christian young men, we have a God that we serve. And God is with us every day. You know, in the Psalms it talks about keep me as the apple of your eye. What does that mean? It means God is keeping us in His sight. I was reading not too long ago, it talks about the eyes of the Lord are on those who fear Him. I believe it's in Proverbs. The eyes of the Lord are on those who fear Him and walk in righteousness, right? And all righteousness is right living. You know, living right, not going to parties and drinking and smoking. That's another thing, man. When you're going through adversity and you see people partying, drinking, smoking, living their life and nothing bad's happening to them, bro, and it feels like it's all on you, count that as a blessing, bro, because you're going to grow. You're going to outgrow these people, especially if they're not facing anything, right? Be proud that you're going through adversity. Be proud that maybe it's God's discipline, right? God disciplines him whom He loves. So it's important for us to go hard, right? It's important for us to be disciplined. It's important for us to really do the things necessary, even though we really may not want to do them. And when we do the things we don't want to do, man, I'll tell you, your masculine energy goes through the roof, man. Like, my masculine energy, if I'm doing things I really don't want to do, man, my energy skyrockets. People feel the masculinity. They feel there's something different about this guy, or he's really on his stuff. He's really on his grind. And yes, man, I'm on my grind. You need to be on your grind too. But the grind doesn't mean that we forget God. No. If anything, the grind is God. God is with us, right? And we must live for him, observing the 10 commandments. And I can read them right now, actually, for you. If you're a Christian man, you don't observe the 10 commandments. I'm not saying that you're under the law. I'm not saying that. Jesus paid for us, right? He is the one who fulfilled the law. But right here, commandment number 1, I am the Lord your God. You shall not have strange gods before me. Commandment number 2, you shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Commandment number 3, remember to keep the Lord's day holy. That day is Saturday. Commandment number 4, honor your father and mother. Commandment number 5, you shall not kill. Commandment number 6, you shall not commit adultery. What does that mean? Sleeping with another man's wife, sleeping with random chicks. Commandment number 7, you shall not steal. Commandment number 8, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Commandment number 9, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife. Commandment number 10, you shall not covet your neighbor's goods, right? So these are the things that we should be striving for, man, pleasing God, especially as Christian young men. And I believe it's important, man, going through adversity that builds character and discipline. And the more discipline you have, the more life will be easy. It's like if you do the hard things, life becomes very easy. But the moment you start doing the easy things, it's like life becomes hard. And again, getting our knowledge together is important too. Our spirituality is important, right? Us Christian men must be strong. There is no weakness, right? We can't have weakness. And a lot of us get weak in different ways. I am the same. I am a human being. But we must try to fight that weakness, right? And it's not through our own power, right? Because we can't do anything through our own power. It's only the power of Jesus Christ that we can become strong, right? It talks about he that overcometh, I will give him what? A white robe, a robe of righteousness. And this is when after we die. To he that overcometh. What does that mean? Overcometh the flesh, this body, right? Disciplining the body, disciplining your mind, reading the word of God, continuing daily on the daily path, on the narrow path, because this is a hard path, man. There is so many things that can take you away from God. It is crazy. Again, a lot of us struggle with websites. A lot of us struggle, with cheeks, digital cheeks, real life cheeks, women throwing themselves at you, especially if you're a good, young looking man. You're a good, handsome young man. Man, it's hard. It's hard, man. But we must get our stuff together. We must continue. We must continue to flourish. We must continue to grind regardless of what happens. Those are just minor setbacks, right? Minor setbacks, major comebacks. That has to be the focus. And especially going into next year, we must be on our face before God. We must be trying our hardest to get that relationship with God. Working on ourselves. Working on our relationships. Working on a purpose. God is your purpose. So we should work on that, man. And I'm working there too. I'm not perfect by any means, but it is important. Adversity is important too. Don't neglect your adversity. Embrace it. Embrace masculinity. Embrace adversity as a young man. Go to school when you don't want to go to school. Work your job when you don't want to work your job. Get up when you don't want to get up. Do these things, man. Because I'm telling you, it's going to pay off. But as always, man, my name is Yaza. I'm out, man. Deuces.